Pro-Palestinian protests at Portland State University have now been happening for 24 hours straight. We first brought you the scenes when those protests began yesterday evening.
Since then, some of the protesters have barricaded themselves inside the library, showing no intention of leaving. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy has been there all day and joins us live with how the school and law enforcement are trying to handle this situation. Connor?
Well, Pete and Riel, the university president, sent out a statement to the community and is urging the student body to stay off campus and is pleading with the protesters inside to vacate the library. She also says that, this operation to clear out people inside the library has been handed over to Portland police. But let me step out of the way so you can kind of see what's been going on here for the last 24 hours. You can see that there's barricades to the front of the library. There's pallet signs. There's some graffiti and some, damage to the building. Now, protesters that I spoke with say that they are not going to leave until their demands are met, which is the university publicly asking for a ceasefire in the war in Gaza and also cutting ties with any companies that do business with Israel. Protesters taking control of Portland State University's library, demanding the university do more about the war in Gaza.
We've put these barricades up in the name of love for people that we'll never know, for 61,000 plus people that nobody will ever get to know again.
One protester named Jay didn't want his face shown on camera, but allowed us to record his voice. He says he is not a student and never was a student at PSU, but felt the need to join the student movement.
I'm here because these students are the face of the nation. These people are our next leaders, and our next leaders say that this is wrong.
The protesters posted a list of 13 demands on Instagram for the university. Some of those include the university publicly demanding a ceasefire and condemning the killing of thousands of Palestinians, cutting ties with companies that work with Israel, and putting Palestinian history in its course requirements. PSU President Ann Cudd listened to one of their demands by announcing last Friday the university will pause any gifts from Boeing, one of the companies the protesters singled out. Protesters say that's not enough and want to see university and city leadership directly engage with them.
But the simple fact is that the way that they can get a hold of us is coming here and speaking with us.
Students that I spoke with off camera say they do support the protests, while others say they're not happy with the vandalism. But for some Jewish community members, like Golda, she strongly disagrees with the protest.
I'm sickened by it. It's disgusting. It sends a shiver through my spine as a Jewish person in Portland.
Golda didn't want her face shown on camera because she fears retaliation for speaking out against the protest.
There's room for two there, but yet you're hearing for the call for the destruction of the Jewish people in their native homeland. I think it's deplorable, and I think the education has failed at educating their students.
Golda says she's happy the mayor and Portland police have addressed the encampment quickly and are taking it seriously. Chief Bob Day says police will arrest people that do not leave the library. Protesters say they're not going to leave until their demands are met.
How much more slaughter is it going to take for them to realize that they're on the wrong side of history?
Now again, the university president has asked Portland police to take over clearing people out of the library, and she is urging students to stay off campus and once again is urging people inside to leave as soon as possible. Now, I actually got a chance to go inside the library, and from what I saw, there's plywood up against the windows right inside the main lobby, and it looks like they're preparing for law enforcement to prepare to move in. And also they have a cafeteria and a medic station set up, so they are planning to be there until their demands are met. But for now, reporting live in downtown Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.